Hey guys, for this video, I'm going to share with you one of my all-time favorite old school strength programs. This one is based on just a lot of hard work and frequency of the big movements. It is the Hepburn method, named after Canadian strength legend and all-around strength legend, Doug Hepburn, who was the first man to bench 500 pounds, finished his career with over an 800-pound deadlift, over an 800-pound squat, did a strict press of 375 pounds, 300-pound snatch, and a 375-pound clean and jerk, which won him the weightlifting world championships in 1953. And he went on to set another games record with a 3-lift total of, I believe, 1,040 pounds at the 1954 British Empire Games. Now, this was back in the early 50s, we're talking, where like these lifts were world renowned and guys didn't have drugs and all that sort of stuff at their disposal. Mr. Hepburn just did it the old fashioned way with good hard work. And here's what he did. This real basic program, no fluff, no BS, just old school hard work. He simply trained the squat and bench twice a week, the deadlift and the press twice a week. And here's how he did it. On Mondays and Thursdays, he would squat and bench for 8 sets of 2. Then he would go back and squat and bench again for 3 sets of 6. Then on Tuesdays and Fridays, he would deadlift and press for 8 sets of 2. And then just like his other days, he would go back, revisit the deadlift and the press again for 3 sets of 6. Now, how basic is that? Well, here's the trick. He did everything with 2 minutes rest. These aren't supposed to be big marathon sessions. 2 minutes rest for everything. Now, he would start out his training program with about 80% for the 8 sets of 2 on the squat, bench, deadlift, and press. And he would progress this from 8 sets of 2 right up to 8 sets of 3. Then going back to his second sets, he would do the same thing starting at around 60% and gradually work these from 3 to 6 to 3 to 8. So over the course of weeks, he would take 80% at 8 by 2 to 80% by 8 by 3. Then he would do the same thing with his pump sets or his hypertrophy sets. 3 sets of 6 to 3 sets of 8 with 60%. Then he would do another cycle, increase the weight, and so on and so on. And that's all he did for years and years and years, and it made him one of the biggest and strongest men in the world at the time. So now I'm going to lay out for you exactly how he progressed this. So here's how Doug Hepburn progressed these lifts. Just good old-fashioned progressive overload. So, sorry for my penmanship here. It's a little shoddy. I find it kind of hard to write on these things when you're left-handed because your arm rubs out. Anyway, here's what he would do. He would start out with his 8 sets of 2, 80%, approximately 80%. And he would do 7 sets of 2, then on the last set, a 3rd rep. And he would just continue like this, so on and so on, until he was at 8 sets of 3. Same sort of deal for the 3 sets of 6. 6, 6, 6, whoops. 6, 6, 7. 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, and so on and so on. And remember, this would only be 4 weeks of training because he was hitting all these movements twice a week. So now, I know what everybody's thinking, well, when do you do curls? When do you do your little tricep kickbacks and all that garbage? Who cares about that nonsense? This is squats, press, bench, deadlift. This is it. You're training these movements twice a week. Twice a week you're hitting them heavy, and twice a week you're doing them for reps. So that's all you're going to need. Give this a try for 4 weeks. Forget about the curls, the side laterals, whatever. Just do these 4 movements, this style, for 4 weeks. And trust me, you'll be surprised with the results. Now, a lot of you guys may have been training for a long time. You don't really like to stick with a basic linear progressive overload type of thing. And you know, this isn't maybe not the best program for someone who's really advanced, but it is great for anyone who's trying to transition into more of a high frequency approach to their training. Like if you're currently only squatting once a week now or whatever, this would be a great program for you to try. Or if you're doing those old school Joe Weider body part splits, which is fine, but I hate them. I can't stand them. I can't understand how anybody could get excited to go to the gym doing arm day. But anyway, whatever, that's fine. But you know, this is a great way to just transition to something like that, or just a change of pace for 4 weeks. So this is old school strength training right here. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. Have fun. Peace.